Welcome, everybody. Grant, I hope you're as fired up for this one as I am. Some of the league's most exciting talent on the floor.
Oh, my, man. I am most definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's going to be no shortage of highlights.
All right, let's check out the starting lineup for the Trailblazers. They've got DeAndre Ayton, Shaedon Sharpe out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Denny Avdia, and it's Kamare in at the small forward position. Edey for three. Portland grabs the miss. It's Sharpe on the wing, hounded by Morant. Sharpe, that one's good.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharpe has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
And it's Morant missing. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Puts it up. And that one's good. Sharpe. Sharpe's got 5 now.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Wells. And another miss by Memphis. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Hey, guys. Well, this year marked the loss of Blazers great, Hall of Famer, and truly a one-of-one, Bill Walton. One of the greatest big men this league has ever seen, known for his incredible passing skills. And off the court, he was just as dedicated to assisting others and making the world a better place. Guys, there is no question Bill Walton will be missed.
His legacy carries on. Okay, Shams, thank you. Pass to Ayton. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Now here's Sharpe, guarded by Bane. On the wing, Simons. Just 4 to shoot. Trailblazers got to hurry, got to get up a shot. Avdia from outside. And no good. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. Over to the wing, looking to end the run. Wells, that's good.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Portland leading by 7. Here's Sharpe. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. For all the adversity Memphis faced last season, Richard, there were some silver linings.
They had a lot of talented young players get more minutes than they might have otherwise due to the injuries. And there is nothing more valuable than experience.
Here's Edey. Jackson for 3. On target from range.
Showing he can make this shot. Give Jackson Jr. room to take the triple. Oh, and he will.
Pass to Kamare. The 3 is up. Memphis with a rebound.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Edey. Outside Morant. Jackson with a screen on Simons. From deep, Morant. Avdia pulls it in. Portland leading. And here's Sharpe from behind the arc. Back to Avdia. Launches it. Simons outside. Beyond the arc. Back to Ayton. Simons against Morant. Up top, Avdia. On the wing, Simons. Over Morant. And it's Simons missing. Grizzlies trail by 6. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. 44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Edey for 3. Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got rebound number 5 here tonight. For 3. Ayton passes to Simons. Sharp has the open look. Again, the miss by Portland.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
To the inside. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Edey. .16 seconds left to play in the first. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. .15 seconds left in the first quarter here. Basket's good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Bain with a screen on Simons. Outside Bain. There's Jackson with the 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Portland.
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Walker out there with Klingon. Then it's Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Jeremy Grant. And it's Benton in at the point. Kennard for 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Takes the 3. Here's Klingon. Benton on the wing. The 3 is up. It's deflected. Here's the break. Kennard for 3. And another 3 for Memphis.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing."
And they did a lot of winning, Allie. Lets it go from deep. The offensive rebound. Outside Thybulle puts up a 3. Jacks up a 3. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist. Thybulle's got 6 here in the quarter.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Thybulle against Kennard. From the arc. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 4 rebounds in the game. From deep three-point range. And it's Thybulle missing. Grizzlies trail by 5. Kennard for 3. Thybulle with the board. Well, the Trailblazers shooting just 28%. Lacking confidence on offense right now. Pass to Grant. For 3, Klingon. Sinks it from distance. And now it's an 8-point Portland lead.
Yeah, nice dish there by Grant. Playing unselfishly and putting the team ahead of himself.
Kennard passes to Pippen. Lets the 3 fly. Kennard can't get it to go.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
Counted. And the Trailblazers lead by 11. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Trailblazers. 1:49 left in the first half. There's the three. Kennard with the rebound. The Grizzlies have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Pick by Aldama. They need this. And again, Memphis no good. Portland leading by 11. Outside Walker. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Pass to Benton. The 3 ball. Tipped. Now Kennard. 9 points in the game. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Grant.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Here's Benton. Here's the 3. He's got it. Just 2 of 7 from the field, though.
Yeah, just a great find by Klingon. As he plays more and more, the game will slow down for him.
Kennard for 3. He drops it from range. Kennard's got 12 now in this quarter.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Thibault. The 3. Gets it to go. 3 makes 9 attempts.
Intelligent ball movement. The offense looking one step ahead there.
Kennard passes to Stevens. Back to Kennard. Fires for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Kept alive. And count that. 2 points and a chance for 1 more at the line.
And there he is. I mean, attacking the boards, converting off the misses. I mean, trying to do everything he can to secure this W.
Always giving max effort on the glass, taking everything they'll give him.
And so it's Portland in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're showing impressive focus out there, and it's paying off big on both ends of the floor. We'll be right back. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Boy, it's been quite a game for Luke Kennard.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Payne. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Ayton, he's checked in for Portland. From deep, Morant. Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Puts one up from 19. Simon's shot is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Wells. They grab their own miss. Right side Moran. Simons with a steal. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, John Morant is excited to be back on the court, and he's looking to lead this Grizzlies team back to the postseason. He said of the adversity, quote, "It made me better. I'm just grateful and thankful for the position I'm in." Brian, it's great to have him back in action.
Yeah, everyone loves a comeback story, Alec. Thanks. Avdia, good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Impressive offensive versatility for a big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Nails it from 3. Simons has got 7 points.
He's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Morant, no good. Trailblazers lead by 15. Oh, stolen by Morant. Here's Jackson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Nice timing on the putback from Jackson Jr., showing off that athleticism in the process.
Avdia from outside. Ayton passes to Avdia. Here's Sharp. And Morant clears the board. Memphis has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Here's Wells. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Wells has got his second basket.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
RJ, when Ja Morant's at his best, you won't find a more entertaining player in the league.
Oh, BA, he is a generational talent. There is no easy way to defend him. That blend of skill, athleticism, quickness, it is so impressive and hard to guard.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
And here's Morant outside, and it's Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Three-pointer Sharp. Here's Ayton. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot, so he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
This guy is so tough to cover all over the floor. Ayton can score in so many different areas.
A line change here for Memphis. Ayton hits them both. Richard, for years, the Grizzlies team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
Now, BA, you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Kennard for 3. Rebounded by Kamari. Trailblazers lead by 11. Pass to Sharp. From downtown, hits the three-pointer. Sharp's got 12 points in the game.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
Kennard for 3. Count it. That's his 6th field goal in 12 tries.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
From deep. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
Sharp, no good.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Back to Kennard. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. 4-3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Stolen by Kennard. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Here's Kennard. He's got 22. It's stolen by Thibault. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. It's the trip. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Trailblazers lead by 7. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Delano Banton out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Jeremy Grant. Then there's Klingon. And it's Walker in at the 4 spot.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
The three. And again, it's Portland with a three.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Outside for Grant. Launches a three. Sinks the tray. Grizzlies trail by 16. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Kennard. To the wing, right side. Pippen, pass to Kennard. Can they get it? Jump shot is good. Kennard's got 24 points. Trailblazers lead by 14. Pass to Klingon. Back to Banton. Fires from way outside. Stevens with a rebound.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
He is totally in the zone, showing his incredible focus when it comes to attacking the glass.
And the foul called on Luke Kennard. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now here's Grant. He's guarded closely. Pass to Banton. Fires from deep. Memphis with a rebound. From deep, Payne. And they'll get another chance. And he's going for the oop here. Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
And here's Grant from the arc. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. From deep, Morant. It's rebounded by Grant. Portland leading by 12. Takes a three. Banton, good. Banton's got 9 points now in the second half.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
It's stolen. And now the Grizzlies on the run. From deep, Payne. Walker pulls down the board. And Walker's got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. At one point, they led by 16. Spins. Grant, the pass to Walker. Here's Thibault. Offensive board.
Yet another possession they've managed to hold on to. They are really in control on offense.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the fourth quarter. And Grant gets it to go.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Pass to Wells. Let's go with a three. Gets the three to fall.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
And here's Grant from the arc. And again, it's Portland with a three.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Trailblazers.
The coaching staff has to be happy with the way they've limited their turnovers here.
Yeah, BA, that's hashtag facts. Just tremendous patience and self-control.
Here's Banton. Clock at 6. Pass to Thibault. Over Bane. Outside Thibault. Now Grant. Back to Thibault. Now here's Grant. This one for three. The rebound by Edey. Jackson surveying the D. Pass to Morant. From outside the arc. Portland with a rebound. Grant outside. Here's Klingon. fires away from way outside. That shot off the mark. So no problem for Portland as they get the win. It ends up being a fairly easy. more NBA basketball on 2K. And Clark, for these two teams, a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, BA, and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively too.
And now Dallas' starting group. Daniel Gafford is out there with Davis. Then there's P.J. Washington. Then it's Klay Thompson. And it's Irving in at the 1. Up top, Morant. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
And here's Thompson for 3. And he buries his first look.
Extremely dangerous from that range. That's Thompson's comfort zone right there.
Three-pointer. And Ja Morant good for 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
There's Davis with the 3. Outside for Irving. And stolen by Morant. Bain serving the D. Three-pointer. Doesn't go. And he's 0 for 1 from the floor.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Irving against Morant. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis' ball. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
And the basket by Bain.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Washington passes to Irving. Pass to Gafford. Washington with the ball. Lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss. And here's Davis. Shoots over Jackson. Gafford passes to Irving. Shoots over Morant. And that one's good. Irving.
Kyrie going to work from the mid-range is a thing of beauty. Such a skilled offensive player.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. I asked coach how they plan to defend Kyrie Irving. He laughed and said, "That's top secret, but seriously, Irving's got those moves, the counter moves, the incredible finishing around the rim, and sometimes you just hope Kyrie has an off night." We'll see how locked in Kyrie is tonight, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Count that one.
Yeah, that's how Jackson's most effective, playing aggressive around the basket.
Washington, a screen on Morant. Irving for 3. Here's Davis. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis with the ball. Big run right now for him, 11-2. And here's Morant outside. Another miss. He's 2 for 4. Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Oh, deflected. Stolen by Jackson. From the arc. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Outside for Morant. The 3 from Washington. No good that time. Grizzlies lead by 6. Bain with it. Irving picks him up. Fires the 3. Washington grabs the miss. And Dallas with possession. Takes the 3. Gafford passes to Irving. Over Morant. And it's Irving missing.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Mavericks trail by 6. Thompson, a screen on Moran. Irving for three. Cleared away by Wells.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Moran's gone 2 of 5 from the field here. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
That's the decisiveness we talk about with Urban. He's quick and right at it.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Over to the wing. There's the triple. Payne, no good. Payne's gone just 1 of 5 from deep here. Irving for three. Goes back up. Tipped. They recover it. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Memphis ahead. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Taking a look at the Mavericks. They've got Derek Lively. Dante Exum is out there with Williams. Then there's Najee Marshall. And it's Prosper in at the 4. Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Memphis. Kennard with it. There's the 3. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day.
Memphis foul. Pippen. First personal foul. First team foul.
Screen by Lively. Here's Exum. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win now mode, Allie. Thank you.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Exum passes to Marshall. Exum outside. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Memphis leading by 6. The 3 is up. Kennard can't get it to go. Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Exum outside. Stolen by Kennard. Picked by Aldama. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Pass to Pippen. Kennard for 3. Fires in the triple. Kennard's got 8 points here in the quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Memphis.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
You know, another point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
Kennard can't get it to go.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Exum's shot is off. Memphis leading. Kennard outside. Pass to Aldama. Kennard against Williams. Kennard can't get it to go.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Screen by Lively. It's Exum on the wing. 5 points in the game.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Stevens. And that one is stuffed right through.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
It's a one-on-one situation. Marshall passes to Exum. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
Pick by Aldama. Kennard for three. Lively grabs the miss.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Stolen by Kennard. There's 47 seconds left to play in the half. Pass to Pippen. And here's Kennard. He's guarded by Exum. Here's the pick. And Kennard with the three. Kennard's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's Exum. Cash money on the open jump shot. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first half. Kennard for three. Hits the trifecta. Kennard's got 14 points for the game. Mavericks trail by 12. Back to Williams. Lively passes to Exum. Fires for three. He drops it from range. He's got 10.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And so it's Memphis with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Please attention to center court. And get ready for the fan at courtside. Rumble, please. They're measuring up the shot.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Boy, it's been quite a game for Luke Kennard.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Wells in at the three, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handles, and that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. From the angles he finishes, the shots he can make, he's as elite as we've had in the league.
Pass to Wells. From deep. Washington grabs the miss. Washington's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Irving. 4-3. Knocks it down from distance. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Kyrie is a threat from anywhere beyond the arc, including those corners.
And here's Morant outside. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Gafford finds Washington. And it's all from three-point range. Grizzlies lead by 7. Edey for three. On target from range. Edey's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Dallas. Shoots over Morant. Irving, no good.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Wells. Mavericks with a rebound. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Mavericks trail by 10. Irving with it. He's picked up by Bain. And they doubled up Irving. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Edey.
Mavericks ball.
Irving for three. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Graham.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
On the wing, Irving. Out to Thompson. Pass to Washington. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. Second chance effort. The offensive rebound. This one for 3. Out to Thompson. Let's go with a 3. Oh, and Clay makes that 3 look so easy.
Well, that's exactly the guy you want to set up. I mean, Klay Thompson feels like every shot he takes is going in.
And here's Morant outside.
You know, one of the basic fundamentals in basketball is the ability to box out. He's got that down pat.
Davis finds Washington. Back to Davis. Thompson against Bain. And out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. A minute 37 left in the third quarter of the game. Back to Morant from downtown. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got rebound number 8 now. Pass to Irving. Jacks up a 3. Outside for Davis. Tries again. Again, Irving missing.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Here's Wells. Stolen by Gafford. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it.
Dallas ball.
Irving for 3. Six on the shot clock. From outside the arc. Another miss by Irving. Grizzlies lead by 7. Here's Wells. And Davis with the block.
His great length really helps AD defensively.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Jackson outside. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3. Jackson's got 5 now.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Irving. Again, Irving missing. Morant against Irving. Morant, no good. And so it's Memphis ending the quarter up 10. Defense is setting the tone. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. On the court right now for the Mavericks. We've got Washington, Davis out there with Daniel Gafford. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Thompson in at the shooting guard. Washington passes to Irving. The 3. The rebound by Edey.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Mavericks trail by 10. Irving looking around. Davis with a screen on Morant. Irving for 3. Sinks it from distance.
You got to run Kyrie off that line. If you let him get comfortable and find his shot from behind the arc, it's a wrap.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
The 3. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Davis. Irving's got 11 points here in the second half. There's Jackson with the 3. Pass to Wells. Here's the three. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Davis can't hit. Grizzlies lead by 6. Edey for three. The Mavericks pull it in. Davis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Jackson against Irving. Pass to Washington. From behind the arc. And Morant clears the board.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
And it's blocked by Davis. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. And here's Morant outside. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got rebound number 11. Irving for three. Knocks down the triple. Irving's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, this is a staple, a pillar of Irving's attack. You got to be up on him or he'll pull up on a dime.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Buckle up now, guys. This play could very well decide the game.
The three is up. Thompson pulls it in. Mavericks trail by 3. Outside Irving. Gafford to screen. Here's Irving. 6 to shoot. Shoots. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Irving's got 16 in the second half.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Morant against Irving to stop the drought. And it's Morant missing.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a fight. Anthony Davis showing you he's in control when the spotlight is on.
Jackson gets the bucket.
It's clear Jackson Jr. embraces the spotlight. He's a solid scorer who makes important shots for this team.
Irving for three. Is kept alive. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Morant, no good. The Mavericks on offense. They're on a 15-5 run. Washington outside. Back to Irving. Goes up from the top of the key. They get it back. Stolen by Bane. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Jackson outside. Pass to Morant. Kicks it out to Bane. Jackson outside. Laces one from 3. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
One other thing I've liked is how assertive they've been on D, swatting a good number of shots away as a result.
Davis with a screen on Morant. Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing. And here's Morant outside. The Mavericks pull it in.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. To the middle. From deep, Bane. Kicks it out to Jackson. The 3 ball. Gets another look. No good. And so the big win by Memphis in a tight game. What a performance they have here. of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. So here's Dallas's starting group. They've got Kyrie Irving. Daniel Gafford is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Washington, and it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. No good on the wing three.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And Davis with the block.
No chance. Davis just too much to handle on the defensive side.
Here's Simons. The three. Sends it home from three-point land.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Here's the break. Here's Avdia. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Yeah, the forced turnover showing how Aiden's developing defensively. Ignites the break there.
The three is up. Rebounded by Kamari. Portland has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And when you talk about this Portland team, Stan, they're young and talented. They have some nice pieces going forward.
Yeah, and Brian, it starts with Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons in that backcourt, but Shaedon Sharpe, when healthy, they've got some good pieces to build around.
Here's Davis after the basket by Portland. Outside for Irving. Back to Davis. 4 on the clock. Here's Washington. And miss after miss right now.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Washington against Aiden. Off the outside. Sinks it from distance. Avdia's got 5 now.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Offensive board. Here's Thompson. Pass to Washington. Irving with it. Stolen by Ayton. Sharpe with it, and Davis picks him up defensively.
The burst. Man, Sharpe can go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye.
Irving against Simons. Fires the three. And Kyrie Irving good for 3.
What a critical bucket. This game could have gotten out of hand early if they allowed that run to go much longer.
Pass to Aiden. It's Sharpe on the wing. Simons outside. Puts up a 3. Washington grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 9. Here's Irving. Misses the jumper, and they get nothing on the break. Out left to the wing. Simons outside. Fires in the triple. Give him 8.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
A fierce competitor. Kyrie wanting to answer with a 3 of his own.
Avdia from outside. Washington grabs the miss. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 from deep. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups. We spoke about Kyrie Irving and what the most challenging thing about defending him is, and he told me, quote, just how creative he is when he's handling the ball. We want to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, even if it means sending double teams occasionally. We'll see if this game plan works out for them, guys. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Avdia, good.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharpe with tremendous upside to his game.
Irving for 3. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got 4 rebounds in the game. Simons with it. Irving picks him up. And it's Simons missing. Mavericks trail by 12. Davis finds Irving. Another miss by Irving. The Trailblazers have gotten 7 of 13 shots to drop. Left side Sharpe. Avdia from outside. And the rebound goes to Dallas. And now the Mavs on the run. The 3 from Washington. Outside for Irving. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson outside. Tries the spin move. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. No good that time. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers now holding a 12-point. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Dante Exum is out there with Williams. Then there's Najee Marshall. Then there's Derek Lively. And it's Prosper in at the 4-man position. Williams from long range. Walker pulls down the board. Portland leading by 9. To the middle. Thibault on the wing. From deep. They get it back. Pass to Benton. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
Yeah, just a great find by Klingon. As he plays more and more, the game will slow down for him.
Here's Exum. Lively with it. Exum outside. The 3 is up. Walker pulls down the board. The Trailblazers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Oh, they get a hand on it. And he recovers it. On the break. There's the triple. Pass to Exum. And here's the fast break. Blocked. Here's Prosper. He's covered by Grant. Here's Exum. Again, the miss by Dallas.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Walker passes to Thibault. Here's Benton. Pass to Grant. This one for 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
No hesitation from Grant. He's not bashful shooting off the catch when given the chance.
It's Exum on the wing. Covered by Thibault. Exum passes to Lively. Pulls up on the wing. Portland grabs the miss.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Here's Klingon. Here's Thibault. 3-pointer. Some solid defense from Exum.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Pure from 3-point range. Exum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Benton. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. And Stan, they always say, for a player, confidence is such a big part of it. How can a coach instill that in a player?
Well, as your coach, I think your job is to create a system that the players believe in and they believe they can have success in. The rest of it has to come from inside of the players. They have to believe in themselves.
Exum gets the bucket.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
1 step ahead, Allie. Thanks. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Trailblazers lead by 12. Here's Benton. And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Walker for 3. Lively grabs a miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Williams a screen on Thibault. Exum passes to Marshall. Here's Exum, covered by Thibault. Here's Prosper, lays it up and banks it in. Prosper's got his first basket.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
They get it again. Back to Grant. Pass to Benton. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Lively's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lively with a screen on Thibault. Here's Exum. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers earning this break in the action, up 10. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Anthony Simons, he's been playing really well.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
DeAndre Ayton is out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then it's Shaden Sharp. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Thompson's shot is off. Portland leading by 10. Simons outside. Jacks up a 3. Thompson with the block. And they get it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last. Mavericks shooting a tough 22% from the field so far. Irving looking around. Pass to Gafford. Back to Irving. Looking to get back on track. And he takes it up and lays it in. Irving's got 8.
Yeah, when we talk about guards, Kyrie is one of the best at scoring inside.
Out to the right wing. Avdia from outside. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Irving for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Launches it. Washington grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 10. And here's Thompson for 3. They get it back. Davis. Davis going to work in the paint.
And you really can't sleep on Davis's length, especially on the offensive glass.
Pass to Avdia. Beyond the arc. It's Avdia on the wing. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Here's Irving. And it's Portland with a rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Avdia. Ayton in the high post. Outside Sharp. From behind the arc. Knocks down the long J. He's got 5.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Back to Irving. Gafford with a screen on Simons. Irving for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
They get the rebound. Avdia outside. Let's go with a 3. 3-pointer. Sinks the tray. Avdia's got 11 points.
Fantastic decision-making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look.
Irving for 3. And the Mavericks, another 3.
And he's really made his mark with the three-pointer today. And that's another big one.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
Mavericks trail by 8. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
So Portland ends up going with a new group. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
It's good on the putback. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I'll tell you what, I just love how Davis runs the floor. Just incredible. I mean, how do you stop him in these situations?
Now here's Thibault. No points so far. Outside Irving. Gafford up top. Back to Irving. Tipped. Walker with it. Irving picks him up. Here's Clingan. Pass to Thibault. 4-3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Gafford passes to Davis. Thibault against Irving. There's the 3. Drains the triple. Now just a 2-point Portland lead.
And Kyrie is a threat from anywhere beyond the arc, including those corners.
Grant outside for 3. Patton can't get it to go. Outside Irving. And we've just finished the 3rd quarter. What a tight game we've got going. It's the Trailblazers lead. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Taking a look at the Mavericks. P.J. Washington out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Gafford in at the center position. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. And it's Thibault missing.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Davis a screen. Irving for 3. Walker pulls down the board. Walker's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Clingan. Now Thibault. Shoots over Thompson. And it's Thibault missing.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Portland?
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
Also, guys, they put in maximum effort on the offensive glass. Great determination to follow shots and not giving up on the possessions.
Portland, no good that time either. Mavericks trail by 4. Irving for 3. The offensive rebound. Davis, the pass to Irving. Davis, a screen. And Kyrie Irving, good for 3. Irving's got 20 points.
We haven't seen many buckets like that one. These teams have struggled to dial in their shooting.
Yeah, the score is also the result of quality defense. These teams are almost doing more on that end.
Nails it from 3.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
From down in the low post, it goes. And now a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Again, Irving missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Gafford with a screen on Simons. Irving for three. And Ayton pulls it down.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Simons finds Ayton. Sharp against Thompson. Sharp passes to Walker. Simons outside. Fires from deep. Washington grabs the miss. Washington's got 4 rebounds now. Irving with a deep three. Again, Irving missing.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
There's Simons with a three. Another miss by Simons. Mavericks trail by 8. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Sharp. Davis, the pass to Gafford. Irving up top. Guarded by Sharp. Back to Gafford. Pass to Irving. Gafford the screen to halt the run. And that one's good. Irving. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
Irving never gives you less than his best. He's working so hard to find those much-needed points.
Walker with it. Checked by Davis. Three-pointer Sharp. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
And that three-pointer is big. Cancels out the triple at the other end and helps stretch out their lead.
On the wing, Irving. Offensive rebound. Davis misses. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs. Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on them.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Another three for Portland.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Outside Sharp. From outside the arc. Mavericks with a rebound. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Thompson, no good. Lets the three fly. No good. So no problem for Portland as they get the win.
For the visiting.
Welcome to 2Ks and the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in its small forward. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony Simons. Ayton is out there with Avdia. Then it's Sharp. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. R.J. Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
Payne for 3, and it's Portland with the rebound. 3-pointers, Simon. Offensive rebound. For 3. No good on that one. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Morant, right side. Out left to the wing. A steal. Pass to Ayton. Trying his luck from deep. Edey with the rebound. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Knocked away. Nice break. Here come the Trailblazers. And Simons wide open. He'll fight. And he's good on the 3-ball.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that. But now, it's a great decision, and it paid off.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. And Simons, here we go. Sharp on the wing. From the arc. Great D that time from Bane. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Beyond the arc. And it's Jaren Jackson with the 3.
Showing he can make this shot. Give Jackson Jr. room to take the triple. Oh, and he will.
And the rejection by Jackson. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Memphis shooting their first free throw this game. And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
Now, here's Avdia. A kick out to Simons. Right wing. Here's Kamare. Portland no good that time either. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Chauncey Billups. Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
The Grizzlies have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Pass to Wells. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Here's Kamara. Simons on the wing. Hits it from three-point range. Simons has got 6.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Edie gets the bucket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here's Simons. 6 points for him. The offensive rebound. Pass to Ayton. Tries a 3. Edie with the rebound. Now the Grizzlies with it. They're on a 12-3 run. Morant against Sharp. Morant scanning the floor. He lobs it up. Just 4 to shoot. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And it's so difficult to defend Morant in a pick and roll because not only can he get his own, but he can also create passing angles in very tight spaces.
Morant with the steal. And it's Memphis on the break. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. And stolen by Sharp. Pass to Ayton. The tray. They get it back. And the rejection by Jackson. And the basket by Kamara. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first. And here's Morant. He's got 5. Fires the 3. The shot misses. And so it's Memphis with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Grizzlies?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. You've got Santi Aldama. Pippen is out there with Kennard. And Stevens in at the 3 spot. And you look at the Grizzlies defense the last few years. RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
Trailblazers trail by 4. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Banton's shot is off. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. There's a screen by Aldama. That bucket in no time at all. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly shows.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. And it's out of bounds to Portland. I'll retain possession.
Remains Portland ball.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Fires the 3. Shot's good by Banton. Banton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now, here's Kennard. He's guarded closer. Over Thibault. Kennard's shot is off.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Now, here's Kennard from outside the arc. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Bible for three. Drills the three-pointer. Now just a one-point Grizzly lead. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Banton's shot is off. Memphis has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Here's Banton. The rebound by Pippen.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Shot's good by Kennard. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Banton. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Banton's got 6.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And Aldama has it in the corner. Now, here's Kennard. Defended by Thibault. Trailblazers trail by 3. Fires away from way outside. Steffens pulls it in. Steffens got his 4th rebound in this one. Kennard for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Klingen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Thibault finds Walker. Grant gets a wide open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Grant's got it all tied up now for Portland. Now, here's Kennard. Defended by Thibault. And Aldama slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
For Portland, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Thibault gets to Walker from past the arc. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Offensive rebound. It'll count. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Trailblazers lead by 1. From Portland. We're back in a moment.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot drums. They're thinking about the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt, and they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Sharp out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Avdia, and it's Kamare in at the 3. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. The 3 from Morant. The three-pointer is right on target. Morant's got 8.
What a smooth move by Morant off the pick and roll, getting himself some elbow room to take a shot.
And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Assisted by...
Oh, no, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
Simons from outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. Edey's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Wells. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Ayton inside. And Ayton throws it down.
What a dunk from Ayton. This is how dominant he can be down low.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Leading by 5. A 3-ball. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Avdia gets the bucket.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now here's Morant. He's got 13. Over to the wing. Outside, Payne. 6 to shoot. Memphis moving it around. Jackson, that's good.
What separates Jaren from other bigs is he's got great confidence in his shot.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Simons surveying the D. Pass to Kamare. Sharp on the wing. Ayton kicks to Simons. Here's Sharp. And the 3 off target. And here are the Grizzlies. They're on a 14-5 run. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health. He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Here's Edey to the paint, and stolen by Simon. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And Ayton throws it down.
What goes up, Ayton will throw down. They knew just when to pass him that ball.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Walker with a clean look. It's good from long range. Walker's got 6.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
The shot's good from Kennard.
For 3.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Connects from 3-point range.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Now, here's Kennard. Not a lot of room. Here's Huff. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
3.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Here's Banton. They get the rebound. And the rejection by Pippen. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Kennard for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Banton. He's got 9. Traps in the tray. He's got 8.
And I love Grant's mindset. Readies himself to shoot as soon as he touches the ball.
Kennard for 3. Doesn't go that time. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. They've got Kennard. He's out there with Pippen. And it's Huff in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here's Kennard. No good with the triple. Now, here's Thibault. Fires from deep. Stephens pulls it in. Stephens got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kennard for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Trailblazers trail by 9. Grant for 3. Portland no good that time either. Now here's Kennard. Defended by Thibault. Clinging with the steal. Pass to Banton. Takes the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Now Kennard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Thibault for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the left wing. There's a screen. Kennard, the pass to Huff. Back to Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. And again, Memphis no good.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Three-pointer. Aldama passes to Huff. Kennard with the ball. Drills it from outside. Kennard's got 9 points here in the second half. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Memphis.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Lets it go from deep. Walker with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
They get it back. Portland moving the ball around. Pass to Banton from deep. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. Now Kennard. And the officials into the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Simons from outside. Grizzlies with the rebound. Aldama's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pippen with a wide open look. And another miss by Memphis. Trailblazers trail by 9. Here's Sharp. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Sharp's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Kennard for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Sharp, that's good.
And this young guy is already imposing his will on the game. Sharp, someone you can count on in the moment.
There's a screen by Aldama. Kennard against Sharp. Pass to Huff. Clock at 6. Kennard for 3. And again, Memphis no good.
Another missed 3, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And how about that move by Sharp against the defense, getting them to put contact on him so he can draw the foul.
He's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
And they're running.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Now, here's Kennard. Here's a screen by Aldama. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And here's the fast break. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Oh, huge bucket from Sharp. You know he's got to be feeling good after that one.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Stevens, the pass to Kennard. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game.
looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the small forward position. And he's off on his first shot of the game. Irving for three. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Wells. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
Strong anticipation from Jackson on the dish. Coaches love to see that out of their big men.
Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
With two hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. And here's Morant outside. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Jackson. 6 to shoot from the arc. Washington grabs the miss. Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And one thing that Morant has always been a lead at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
Now here's Davis. Back to Gafford. Pass to Washington. On the wing, Irving. Down low. They swipe it. All alone on the break. Here's Morant. Nails the wide open jumper.
Opting for the quick shot there. Morant trying to outpace the defense.
The Mavericks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And it's Irving missing.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Left side, Morant. The shot from 20 feet out. Washington grabs the miss. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. Trailing by 4. Gafford finds Davis. Outside Irving. Launches it. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
I mean, if you want to chase him off the line, that's fine. But that ability to dribble drive, this guy is impossible to guard. Kyrie Irving.
And here's Morant outside. Morant missing again. Dallas has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. And one guy with a vested interest in Dallas tonight, Mark Cuban.
Yeah, you better believe it. He's been an incredible addition to this league in every way. Sometimes controversial, but that's what pioneers are like. And he put the Mavs on the map from the time he appeared on the scene.
Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
B.A., this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Wells, that's good.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Irving. Gafford with a screen on Morant. Irving with a deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Irving's got 6.
Kyrie Irving is capable of going shot for shot.
Jackson can't get it to go.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Washington passes to Irving. And the layup falls. Give him 8.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And it's Morant missing.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Out to the right wing. From deep, Morant nails it from beyond the arc.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Memphis trailing here. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
One of the faster players in the league, end to end. I mean, few people can run with Morant.
There's Davis with the three. The rebound by Jackson. For Memphis, they've got 6 of 14 in so far. Morant against Irving. Outside Morant. 18 feet out, and it's blocked by Irving. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Grizzlies out in front, leading by... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
They've got Klay Thompson, P.J. Washington out there with Davis. Then it's Daniel Gafford, and it's Irving in a point. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. This one for three. Here's Prosper. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Exum. No good from outside. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Kennard for three. And again, it's Memphis missing. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Exum gets the bucket. Exum's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Well, Dante Exum knocking down shots will put a smile on this team's face. He continues to work on the offensive end.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far, the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Well, also, guys, what a start from beyond the arc. A huge part of their game today. That's going to help their spacing.
Nice shot by Kennard.
Luke Kennard is known for his three-point shooting ability. Big-time corner delivery.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Kennard's got 7. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
It's Exum on the wing, defended by Kennard. Here's Prosper. Memphis with a rebound. Kennard outside. Pass to Stevens. Kennard outside. The three. Lively grabs the miss. The Mavericks have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Exum left side. Again the miss by the Mavericks.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
When you look back at the history of the league, Doris, no position has evolved more than the center.
You know, B.A., that's a tremendous point, because when you look at some of the best players in the league, they occupy the 5 spot. They're asked to do so much. Defensively, protect the rim. Be able to switch out and guard smaller players on the perimeter. Now you're being asked to be able to make shots from 3. I mean, big man's got a lot of responsibility in today's game.
And Williams has got the ball here for Dallas. They trail by 1. Exum's shot is off. For Memphis, they've gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Here's Kennard. He is hauled in by Exum.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Exum outside. A minute 15 left in the second period. Shot clock at 6. No good on the 3.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Aldama kicks it out to Kennard. Fires for 3. Lively grabs a miss. Lively's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Exum. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. And now a 3-point Maverick lead. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Kennard can't get it to go.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
Exum's shot is off. Grizzlies trail by 3. There's a screen. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. They retain possession. Aldama right side. A shot to stop the run. Stevens, the pass to Pippen to the right side. Inside. Pass to Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. Pure from 3-point range. Kennard's got 12.
Well, guys who are known as shooters are always ready on the catch. Luke Kennard, rise and fire.
Here's Exum. No good. Misses at the buzzer. It's a tie game in Dallas. Well, now we have... All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break. Ready for the second half.
Direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. Ooh, they're measuring up the shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, it's been quite a game for Luke Kennard.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On the court for the Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Edie out there with Jackson, and it's Wells in at the 3.
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that 3.
Mavericks trail by 3. Irving, the pass to Gafford. Morant against Irving. Gafford with a screen on Morant. Irving for 3. Fires in the triple. He's got 14.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Morant's gone just 2 of 7 from distance. All right, Doris, Kyrie Irving is a special talent. What's his greatest asset, you think, on the floor?
Oh, PA, this is a tough question. If you ask NBA players, they'll tell you the guy with the best handle historically is Kyrie Irving. But to me, his best attribute, fearlessness, the ability to deliver when it most matters.
Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. The three-pointer is down, Ja Morant.
Yeah, the quickness of Morant makes him tough to cover. He's able to pull up on a moment's notice.
Washington outside. Memphis with a rebound.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Payne, no good. Mavericks trail by 3. Right side, Irving. Again, the miss by Dallas. Memphis has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. And it's Morant missing. The Mavericks have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by Dallas. Grizzlies lead by 3. To the wing on the left. To the paint. Outside Payne. No one near him. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
Not just an aggressive scorer, Morant is also a fantastic distributor.
Irving for three. Offensive rebound. Puts up a three. Sends it home from three-point land. Irving's got 17 points.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Morant against Irving. There's Jackson with the three. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's a neck-and-neck game in Dallas. Pass to Thompson for the lead. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis shooting a disappointing 38%. The three from Payne. It's rebounded by Dallas. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Here's Washington. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul.
I think you have to admire the aggressiveness with which P.J. Washington plays every single night.
Washington.
And it's tied up with that one. Here's Wells. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Give him 8 points now.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
So they take the lead.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Here's Wells. Gafford grabs the miss. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. It's a 1-point game. Gafford finds Irving. Back to Gafford. Davis, the pass to Washington. Clock at 6. Outside Irving. For 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Morant with it. 13 points in the game. And Daniel Gafford picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
8 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Outside Irving. He got it up. No good. Would have counted had it gone. Kyrie Irving has been on display for the Dallas. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Davis. Klay Thompson is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Gafford in at the 5, down low. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. An open look for Irving. And right on target. Irving's got 11 points here in the second half. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes. Neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
The Mavericks leading. Thompson passes to Irving. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Now that's an example to me of Kyrie Irving's craftiness, right? Understanding how to draw the contact from defenders.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Kennard's checked in.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Irving for 3. Counted from distance. Irving's got 27 points.
Yeah, the way Kyrie varies his pace, hard for any defender to guess right.
Washington against Kennard. Jacks up at 3. Mavericks with a rebound. Gafford with a screen on Jackson. Outside Irving. Gafford with a screen on Jackson. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it. 4 on the clock. Fires the 3. And Daniel Gafford picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Grizzlies trail by 3. Tipped. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Irving for 3. The rebound by Jackson. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Kennard for 3. The shot misses.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Outside Irving. The 3 ball. Offensive board. Gafford passes to Washington. Outside Irving. Shoots over Morant. Again, the miss by Dallas.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Kennard for 3. Nails it from 3. And it's a 3-point Memphis lead.
A monumental bucket by Luke Kennard. How about the confidence to take and make?
Here's Irving. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 29.
Huge bucket from Kyrie. Knows how to deliver.
2 minutes.
Kennard outside. Shoots. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Gafford's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Washington finds Irving. Launches a 3. Second shot opportunity. Deflected. Washington passes to Irving. To the inside. Davis. Finished off by Davis.
What an emphatic bucket by Davis. This is a guy who never backs down or gives up.
Kennard can't get it to go.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And Washington powers it through.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Kennard for 3. And it's good. Oh, an enormous three-pointer.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And here are the Grizzlies now. Stolen by Thompson. It's a one-on-one situation. Irving for 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
Man, that is a good one. Kyrie really just comes alive when the game gets tight.
Pass to Edey. Back to Kennard. From deep. Davis with a rebound. Stolen by Kennard. And now the Grizzlies on the run. From downtown. And he buries it. Oh, a tremendous 3. We're tied. And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Washington with the ball. And buries it from deep.
Late here in the quarter, they still have a foul to give.
From deep, Morant. This is the tray. It's stolen by Washington. And so it's the Mavericks who come out on top here. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
watching closely.
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Sharp out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Avdia. Then there's Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. Ayton attacking. Here's Simons. And the slam dunk by Simons.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Irving from long range. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Irving can't hit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
At the top of the key, Ayton. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Over to the left wing. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Here's Thompson. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Ayton. Driving to the basket. Outside, Simons. Hands it from downtown. Simons has got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Thompson against Simons. Pass to Sharp. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, Jason Kidd and I talked a few minutes ago. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Down low, here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Irving for 3. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Simons with the ball, picked up by Thompson. And Bernie Simons, and that's good. 8 points for him.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
Irving kicks to Thompson. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. Sharp against Thompson. Now, here's Sharp. He's guarded closely. Avdia, a screen on Thompson. Pass to Kamare. Lets the 3 fly. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 12. Over in the corner, Washington. Now, here's Avdia. Nothing on the board. And Simons has it in the corner. Drills it from outside.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Irving. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Irving's got 7.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The kick out to Simon. There's the triple. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And their ability to... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Trail Blazers.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Dante Exum. So Williams out there. And it's Prosper in at the power forward position. Exum's shot is off.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
Williams finds Exum. Lively a screen on Walker. They get it back. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Lively's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Dallas. Here's Banton. He's guarded by Williams. Shot's good by Banton.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, he has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at mid-season this league has seen in a very long time. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Feibel. Banked in off the glass. Feibel's got his first points in this one. Mavericks trail by 15. Pass to Prosper. Dallas moving the ball around. The tray. Exum's shot is off.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And finished off by Lively.
Oh, yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me.
Treated the rim like it stole something from him.
Feibel for 3. And Lively pulls it down.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Out to the wing. Now here's Exum. Defended by Feibel. Got it. Nice one there from Exum. Exum's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Grant for 3. Rebound by Williams. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 14. Marshall gets the bucket.
Looked like he could have gone straight to the hole, but they'll take the 3.
The Trailblazers shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. And it's Klingon with the jam.
I love how hard Klingon works that offensive glass, using his size in that situation.
Now here's Exum. D right on him. Pass to Marshall. Back to Exum. Over Thibault. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Exum. And for Portland, they're shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Three-pointer. Drops in the tray. Benton's got 6.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Exum. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Benton. Back to Walker. From outside the arc. And so it's Portland with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been playing. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Okay, they're thinking about the shot.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. One of the stories here, Anthony Simons getting it done today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look that he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Anthony Simons out there with Sharp. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Denny Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3. Davis setting the pick for Irving. They get it again. Trailblazers leading by 17. Pass to Washington. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
You know, Washington brings terrific strength to his inside game. He plays with quite a bit of force and fought his way into that shot.
Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton, a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
Avdia against Irving. For the screen on Avdia. Irving misses.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
And Simons wide open. He'll fire. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Hits the three-point bomb. Sharp's got 6 in the quarter.
And an exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Buries it from three-point range.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Washington sets the pick for Irving. Pass to Davis. Back to Irving. For 3. Another miss by Irving. Trailblazers leading by 18. Now Ayton. Three-pointers, Simons. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Pass to Kamare. Good on the three-point shot. Kamare's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Gafford passes to Washington. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Washington's got 5 points so far. Simons kicks to Ayton. Launches it from deep. Rebounded by Gafford. Mavericks trail by 16. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. Pass to Ayton. Back to Sharp. Avdia with a screen for Sharp. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ayton wide open. No good on the three. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Mavericks. It's a 14-point game. Washington with a screen on Sharp. Irving for 3. Davis dishes to Irving. Looking to end his cold spell. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And Simons has it in the corner. It's up a 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Trailblazers leading by 14. They've got Irving. Daniel Gafford is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Washington. And it's Thompson in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Screen by Gafford. A nice shot by Irving.
Boy, that's exactly how you punish a team in transition. Kyrie getting out in front and going straight on the attack.
Here's Grant and the dunk by Grant.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. It sure does look good.
Thompson in the corner. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Irving surveying the floor. 4 on the clock. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Thibault.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Washington passes to Gafford. Back to Washington. And stolen by Thibault. To the paint. Pass to Klingon. Now here's Thibault. Walker with a clean look. And it's off from 3-point range. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Irving finds Thompson from downtown. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Trailblazers leading by 13. Grant for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
Man, it's nice to see Grant work his jump shot. I mean, if the defense is going to give it to him, he doesn't have any issue taking it, and he should because he's a reliable shooter.
Gafford. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Shot's good by Banton.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
The offensive rebound on its way from Irving for 2. And Thompson kicks to Irving. Pass to Davis. 6 to shoot. They need this. Thompson outside. Jacks up a three. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
On its way from Irving for two. Launches a three. Stafford kicks to Irving. Again, Irving missing.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Snatched up. Kicks it out to Grant. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
Mavericks trailed by 19. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
And a wide open look for Irving. That three off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Portland.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure. Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
Portland leading by 16. He takes it in. Outside, Avdia. Tries the spin move. Pass to Ayton. Shot clock at 6. Fade away. It's rebounded by Dallas. There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Irving for three. The three-pointer is right on target. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Takes a three. Pass to Sharp. Over Thompson. And it's Sharp missing. And Thompson kicks to Irving. Lets it go with a three. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Three-pointer. And the miss. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile